Hi guys, welcome to the Set of Crypto, your one-stop source for all crypto-related news. I'm your host Martin, and this is episode 169. Overfuture to launch an IPO on Ethereum blockchain, Binance hires Huobi Executive, and Smart Valor lists XRP. Guys, if you're catching this from live, welcome. And if you're catching the replay and have any suggestions for us, please leave us a comment below. We really want to know what you're thinking. Now, if you want to be up to date with the latest crypto-related news, make sure you subscribe, hit that like button and that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. Link is in the description, guys. So is linked to all the amazing articles we cover here on the stream. So, thank you for joining us on what are we at tonight? Friday night. An awesome Friday night. So, thank you for being here with us. Again, if you're new to the stream, thank you. Thank you for joining us. And if you're one of the old watchers, thank you for being here. I do appreciate it. Move on to the actual news part of the stream, right? And get on with that part. Just 1 second, let me set this up here on the side. Apparently I have something missing. There we go. Awesome. So let's jump on the news. I do have 3 articles today. One of them's not even that long, but the other 2 are very, very short. So we're just going to cover them. Actually, one of them is just even an announcement. So anyways, Swiss company Overfuture launched the first ever compliant IPO on Ethereum blockchain. That is going to be very interesting. Now, Overfuture is a Swiss-based company and is preparing to launch the first ever fully compliant IPO on the Ethereum blockchain. The company is considered to be the first to get approval from the Swiss authorities to tokenize its shares on a blockchain during its IPO, which is an initial public offering. And the smart contracts will be provided by Zug-based firm Eurodax, or the European Digital Assets Exchange. The shares will be directly be represented as tokens of the Ethereum blockchain, meaning the ownership and transfer of tokens are considered the same as ownership and transfer of actual shares. Now that is key. Tokenization of shares is going to be a major player here because you're not going to have to deal with intermediaries. Anyways, this is a huge step as it recognizes digital tokens in a similar light to legacy ownership of assets via paper contract. Issuing tokens also means that you do not necessarily need the middleman to facilitate ownership of and transfer of the assets, and this allows companies to launch IPOs and get access to a secondary market, all without any intermediaries like investment banks and brokers, which is really important. You can go straight to the source of the money. Anyways, Ethereum and Tezos are competing to be the leading platforms for the tokenization of real-world assets, and although the standard for issuing tokens Although it is a standard for issuing tokens, right? Experts in the industry believe that Tezos is more suited for tokenization due to its already existing proof-of-stake infrastructure. So obviously, proof of work has some flaws, right? The 51% attack, etc. So if Ethereum is able to become a switch to proof-of-stake, then this is going to be really, really key for the market. Now, that is really something that is very, very important. Once we start seeing companies tokenize their shares, imagine you're just gonna be able to walk around with your USB and wallet and have all the Ethereum shares you want, man, or all the company shares you want on Ethereum format. So it's something huge, right? It's no small feat. So one starts and then the rest will follow, right? So if this company is successful with its IPO, we might see a whole bunch of new companies start flowing on this same idea. Anyways, this is just an announcement. XRP, or Smart Valor, a digital asset, tongue twisted. Smart Valor, a digital asset exchange based in Switzerland, has announced the addition of XRP on its trading platform. And again, that is very important. Again, more adoption for XRP token. Again, I'm happy about it. Too bad I'm probably not going to be able to trade there because it's probably for Swiss nationals or something like that. So we'll see, yet to be seen, right? Binance, what is happening with Binance? Binance is hiring a Huobi executive for its European expansion. This is a very short article, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 small paragraphs. So we'll just go in and read the whole thing. Crypto exchange Binance has hired a former Huobi executive, Josh Goodbody, for leading growth in European and Latin America. Anyways, Goodbody joins Binance as Director of European and Latin America Growth and Institutional Business, according to an announcement Thursday at Huobi. Goodbody was head of Europe and Americas, leading the over-the-counter and institutional business. Now, I do get Europe and Americas, but I do believe that they should divide it, right? They should have someone for Europe, and that way he can be more focused on that business, or that those countries in Europe, and then they should have someone else for Latin America that could just focus mainly on that part of the world, and that usually has better results. That's how a lot of companies usually have Europe, Africa, Asia, and sometimes Asia is divided into North America and South America, right? So that's usually how companies structure. Why they're joining Europe with Latin America, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it would be probably much better if they just have someone in Latin America that speaks Spanish, which is what is mostly spoken, except for Brazil, where they speak Portuguese, of course. But the one from Europe, yes, he probably knows many languages, but one from Latin America, or a person in charge of Latin America, will probably be more used to the Latin American customs and traditions, that it's going to be more in line with probably what the people or the clients are looking for on that area, instead of just having someone from Europe that might have different just traditions and overall. When you know a market, you just don't know the language, you also know the customs, right? And having that dual or that sense of what's right and what's wrong in those countries is also key, right? So again, I'm not sure why they're doing it that way, but that's their way to go at it. Anyways, Europe and Latin America are key growth markets for Binance, said he, the co-founder of Binance. And Josh will further establish our local footprint in those markets. So I do guess they're looking for him to really grow. And like I said, usually you want to have someone in Latin America that's Latin American descent, right? Or yeah, that way he's well accustomed to everything that has to happen, etc. Goodbuddy helped bring more than 1,000 institutions at Huobi per the announcement before joining Huobi. Goodbuddy worked for financial institutions including JP Morgan and State Street. Crypto firms appear to be focused on serving European institutional investors. Just yesterday, Coinbase Custody launched a new unit in Ireland to better meet the needs of clients based in Europe. And last month, Fidelity Digital Assets opened a branch in the UK to provide custody and trade execution services to European-based funds and family offices. Again, very important stuff, right? That's it for the news, guys. We're going to switch on to the technicals. Just bear with me as we go through this small technicals intro and hoping that it will play out properly. Awesome. Sorry, guys. 1 second. I hope I mute this on time before I sneeze. But anyways, I hope the time was good. What is happening with the market cap? Well, yesterday or 2 days ago. Actually, I wasn't here yesterday. Sorry about that. I was having internet problems, guys. I really wish I could have been here, but things got. I really couldn't even get a connection on my cell phone, let alone my computer. So they came in and looked at stuff today. Apparently there's something off with one of the cables. Probably the dog's neighbor bit it and it got damaged, so I wasn't really getting the internet. Anyways, what's happening here? So we're still going slightly higher, right? So higher. Then right, we're going to a lower negative momentum or positive momentum, but less positive momentum. We're going still higher, but less positive momentum still. Here we're having it to here. I'm not sure we have it to the next one. We might. 72.44, 71.23. So yeah, of course, if we go here. So now, if you're wondering why my dog's neighbors bit it, I do live in an apartment complex, and cables do go through the side of the roof. In Mexico, they don't go through PVC pipes, at least not in this old apartment that I live in. It's an old but spacious apartment, which is rare to find where I live. Usually, if you just find like tiny yeah, they look like eggshells, basically. They're very, very tiny. And they cost about the same, right? So I'm really, really happy that I found this place that is nice and big and spacious. But the bad thing is that, like I said, we do have a roof, and the lines just go outside, right? They haven't updated the infrastructure. So, of course, the neighbor's dog can get at the cables and really bite them. So, it's not the first time it's happened. He's done it before. But it just had been a while since he'd done it, so we weren't sure if that was the issue. And then when they came from the internet company, they looked at it, that was the issue. Anyways, like I was saying, divergence, potential price action downside. We got it this day. Today we're trying to rally still, but I'm not sure whether or not we're going to start flagging or really break down from here. Still yet to be determined. Yesterday, money flowing out of the cryptosphere from an opening of 257.42 billion, closing at 251.50 billion, a $5.50 billion move to the downside. Right now, moving up, 3.74 billion, sitting at 255.24, a 1.30% move to the upside. Bitcoin dominance yesterday, loss dominance still below the 20 moving average. Yes, that's 20 simple moving average is key, man. We want to stay below it. We want the alts to really gain more dominance. But yesterday, Bitcoin gained dominance, right? From 67.21, closing at 67.48, 0.35% move to the upside. Right now, moving down, sitting at 67.26, a 0.31% move to the downside. Like I said, sitting at 67.26, close. Which really would go down a little bit more. What is happening with the price of Bitcoin? Sitting at 9,425, having a small pump today. Yes, is it good? Yes. Were we expecting it? Yeah, likely. I was expecting this to go a little bit lower, to be honest. But we'll talk about that once we go into the lower time frames. Now, sitting at 9,425.13, as I said, dollars. We were here last time I left off, right? I didn't come in yesterday, so we didn't get to update to here. So I moved it when I was off the air. And as you can see, we're still developing this strong bearish divergence that might break us down. We might still try to pump from here, right? Could be flagging, taking a rest, a breather, and then try to pump again. But yet to be determined. I'm more worried about this moving down and probably hitting either the top part of the downsloping channel or that 8,931, and then probably a 20 MA. We're still above that 200 simple moving average, which again puts us on the bull trend. But let's wait and see how this plays out. Positive momentum dying out and sitting neutral on the RSI at, sorry, not neutral, bought on the RSI at 66.79. Let's go to the 4 hour. What was happening on the 4 hours? Okay, cool. So we were here, right? Last time I did the stream, the 28th. So I wasn't here. Was I not here on the 29th? Yeah, I was here on the 29th. Why do I just? Oh, because we weren't developing anything. That's why. I was like, why do I don't have anything traced? Okay. So we did manage to still go higher, right? And I was tracing this as it was live yesterday on my phone. So, I'm just going to change this to yellow real quick. I'm going to change all this to yellows because it's stuff we're looking at. So we're developing still bearish divergence, so price action to the downside. It seems that we got it. We actually broke below that 20 simple moving average on the 4 hours. We seem to be pumping up, but we're really, really closing that Bollinger Bands, right? We're closing that, getting tightness with Bollinger Bands. And again, that's volatility leaving the market. And with that volatility, when it leaves, you know what happens, right? We get explosive moves. Sitting bought on the RSI at 62.85. So a Spotify ad's coming in. So yeah, awesome. There we go. Let's play something else. Waiting for Spotify to play. Sorry. By the way, cheers, guys. I am having a drink today. This is raspberry vodka with some raspberry and cranberry juice, I think. So it's pretty tasty. It's one of those drinks that you gotta be careful with because the vodka just really doesn't even, you can even taste it. And the raspberry vodka goes really, really well with the raspberry juice. So yeah, it's super, yeah, it's really good, man. Anyways, we had this divergence, right? Potential price action to the downside. We did get it below 20 MA. We seem to be finding an area of support, right? An area where we can bounce, right? This is an area where we want to be careful, right? There's two things that can happen. One, we haven't had a good retrace after this good run, right? I did talk about potentially going down again, resetting a little bit more of this RSI, which is something that could happen. So again, this could be one of those things where we hook and then really take a drop, especially with the tightness that we're getting. Now, we could still get tightness and then rally to the upside, right? That's the other part. But right now, I don't want to say it's a bull trap, but it's certainly looking like one, right? It's looking like it's going to give you hope that you might rise again, but we might still drop because we have divergence, right? We have strong divergence. We had it once here. We did move down slightly and then rally up to a higher high, which is something that we do, right? Then a higher high than our previous high. And still create this bearish divergence, right? Even on the RSI here, and also on the MACD. So again, for us to get really, really higher, we really need to get a lot of strength coming in. And I think it could be more likely that we go down than up, but it's still yet to be seen, right? That's all I have here, sitting bought on the RSI at 62.40. So let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, cool. So I was also tracking this divergence. We also had it, right? Price action to the downside. We're getting it. Now we're also going to look at different stuff here and see if we have something else that might contradict the 4 hours, and it might have a little bit more strength on the 1 hour. There's a lot of stuff that's been happening on Bitcoin and the other coins. It has been stuff that has been developed on the shorter time scales. So again, higher high, lower here, right? And look, when I had it, we were down here, but we did still manage to pump a little bit more, and you know, but we still have that strong bearish divergence. Price action to the downside, we got it again below that 20 MA, trying to recover, making a positive momentum island. Now the good thing about this positive momentum island, right? Let me check here. 2246. 16.66. So obviously we're lower on that positive momentum, also lower on the RSI, and we're going lower on that price. That's good. Something that could happen is we could really pump and make a higher, right, more positive momentum. We're probably not going to get on the RSI as quickly, but on that momentum we might get slightly higher, even though we make a pump. And if we get higher price and still pump here a little bit higher, we could really get some price action to the upside and negate any kind of divergence that we could create. We don't have any divergence right now, just to reiterate that point. Sorry, man, I'm getting so tongue twisted today. So yeah, so if we manage to go slightly higher, right, but we pump a little bit more, this is what I'm talking about, right, and we pump a little bit more, right, we could create some hidden bearish, and that could potentially break us down, and that's something I don't want to see. What I want to see is this pump a little bit higher than here, right, 9,567. Then we get more positive momentum, and then we might still move higher on the RSI and really negate any kind of divergence and go for it on the full-on bull run, right? Anyways, right now sitting neutral on the RSI at 56.36. That's it for Bitcoin. I'm gonna move on to Ethereum. What is happening with Ethereum on the daily? Yesterday we lost a little bit of dominance, 0.52%. Right now gaining dominance, 0.67, sitting at 7.87% of market cap. The price of Ethereum, $182.82. What's happening? Well, we're still going higher again. Same stuff that happened with Bitcoin. And we'll just track it to here, right? And we'll also track it to here. And we still have that strong bearish divergence developing. Something that we should watch out for. Moving to the downside. Could probably see us hit that 20 simple moving average. That's going to be it for this on the 4 hour. On the daily, let's go to the 4 hours. Again, we had divergence here, right? We called it out. We didn't have it here on the RSI, but guess what? Again, just like it happened on Bitcoin, right? The market following Bitcoin. That's the name of the game right now. 4 hours, there we go. So high, higher high, right? Less positive momentum and lower on that RSI, giving us some strong bearish divergence and the potential that we break to the downside. We did manage to break to the downside, touch that 20 MA twice, right? Once broke below it, but close above it still. Bulls really coming back in and moving the price back up, and the candle right after coming back, touching the 20 MA and bouncing from it like champs and really pumping from there, which is really, really good. Now, what's happening here on the shorter term? Let's see, 18 and 21. Okay, so we're obviously going to a higher low than a previous low, but we're also making a little bit more negative momentum, creating some of that hidden bullish divergence and price continuation. Probably part of the reason that we're starting to see that pump. I didn't look for this on Bitcoin. I'm probably going to go back and look at it real quick. We don't quite have it on the RSI, but we're sitting bought at 65.53. Now, let me look at Bitcoin real quick, see if we have this. Not quite. All right, cool. So that's it. Ethereum, let's go back. Okay, let's go to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, I was striking this right. We had hidden divergence here, hidden bullish, and then we pumped from there. Again, really, really good stuff happening. I'm just gonna change this to yellow. Alrighty, there we go. Again, hidden bullish, and that's where we're getting this pump, and that's fine. Now we're still lower than our previous high, and we're still making less positive momentum and also lower on the RSI. So really nothing bearish developing. That's it for this, man. Nothing else. High, higher high, positive momentum, more positive momentum. Low on the RSI, high on the RSI. That's it. That's it for Ethereum. I'm going to go on to XRP and look at it. What is happening with the XRP? Sharpie yesterday gained a little bit of dominance, 0.39. Right now, seems to be gaining sorry, actually losing, even though it looks green. Now gaining 0.09%. Sitting at 4.15% of market cap. The price of Sharpie at 24 cents, 24,182. What happened 2 days ago, man? Look, we came up and touched what? Resistance. Where we called it. 24,629. Right, 24 cents. 24.629 cents. Right, we're sitting right now at 24.182 cents. That's fine. We actually run the channel here from this resistance all the way to the support of the 20 MA. So that's it for this, man. Let's see something else. High. Oh man, what I want to see. I'm gonna look at another chart real quick. All right, yes, we do have it. Okay, so I'll tell you what I'm looking at. We're going slightly higher, right? And let me just make sure it's gonna stay here on the daily. But look at this. We're definitely going much lower. Now, this positive momentum island is still developing. Something that we should watch out for, though, because we are right now creating divergence. But we really want to keep on tracking it and make sure we negate it. How will we negate it? By pumping, right, this, and getting higher than this previous high. Now, here, it looks a little bit off because this is slightly lower than over here. But that red doesn't lie. The red opened a little bit higher, right? And with crypto, unless you really have a gap, usually where you close your here, right, you will be a straight line because you just shift to the side, right, like here. So you just shift to the side and open at that same price. All right, anyways, going higher again and going lower, creating that strong bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside, and we would also have it on the RSI on this much larger scale, right? Here we had strong bearish as well to here, but now we can get rid of this because we also have it on the on the better candles, right, on the larger candles. That's it for XRP on the daily. I'm gonna move on to XRP on the 4-hour chart. What's up in the 4-hour chart, man? Well, look, we almost hit it spot on and then broke down and held that 20 MA. Held that 20 MA, very good. And then try to pump again, but right now we hit the top part of the Bollinger Bands and moved down a little bit. Again, we could still try and rally from there. Something that happened again, just like the rest of the market again. When I'm telling you guys this, is just follow Bitcoin. That's what that's what all the coins are playing at, right? Follow Bitcoin. Higher high, less positive momentum, lower on that RSI, creating bearish divergence, strong bearish divergence. Price action to the downside again, held at 20 MA and bounced from there. Nothing else happening. Let me look short term. 32, 36, very slightly. So low, higher low, negative momentum, a little bit more negative momentum. Hidden bullish, price continuation, and getting that bounce. Let's go to the 1 hour. Again, we were having this divergence develop. And we had it here, right, on the MACD. We don't really have it on the RSI. On the RSI, we're going low, higher, low, right? Same that we're doing here with this chart on the price, right? Low, higher, low. But on the MACD, we are creating that divergence and really bouncing from it strongly, man, which is really good. Again, it depends on what we're going to do here, right? We could be taking a breather and then try to rally again. We've done it before, like here, right? And then rally, and that could be good. We could try to get above that 24,629. And if we do, we'll pass on to this other area where the next support would be, the next resistance would be 26 cents or 26,692, right? That's what we want to move on to. Do we have something bearish? High, lower high, positive momentum, less positive momentum, high on the RSI, lower on the RSI. So we really don't have it here. Now, do we have something else developing? Not really. That's it for XRP on the 1 hour. Let's go to Litecoin. Litecoin on the daily. Man, Litecoin gaining a lot of dominance. And 2 days ago, we gained 10% dominance. Yesterday, 12.12% dominance. Today, 4.08% dominance. Now, today, remember, the market opened a couple hours ago. Litecoin sitting at 1.80% of market cap. Price of Litecoin, not 100, sitting at $71.55. Yesterday had a really nice pump, 13%, man. Then we had an indecision day, right? And then today still moving up, so very, very nice for Litecoin. One of those projects that I really didn't believe much in, but now seeing this very, very nice pumps it's gotten, starting to regret really not holding it. Now we did have divergence, right? And we talked about it. A hidden bullish divergence and price continuation, and we really rallied from there, which is really good. Now we're really something that we are making, and that's the only thing, but we're still developing this positive momentum island. Just keep that in mind, right? But we are starting to develop strong bearish divergence, right? No, we don't quite have it on the other side. 75, 16, 75, and 76. So we're slightly higher. So we'll just have it here on the MACD, and it could potentially break us down. Again, this day still on developing, right? And we would even have it here, right? That would be the previous day. So again, just be careful with this as it keeps on developing. And if you're holding Litecoin, just be careful. Let's go to the 4 hours. Sitting, overbought on the RSI at 76.91, 4-hour chart. We had bearish divergence, strong price action to the downside. We did move down, held the 20 MA and rallied from it. And I talked about that, right? Usually when you go to 20 MA, there's two things that happen. You either hold it and bounce, or you break it and you fall below. Sometimes you do break it slightly and then get back above it. But most of the time, you either use it as a trampoline to bounce from it, or you just really take a really heavy crash. Now we're going higher with more positive momentum. So from this island to this new island, we don't have anything. However, shorter term, going higher, and going lower, right? So higher high, less positive momentum, lower on the RSI, creating strong bearish divergence, potential price action to the downside, something that we should watch out for. It could be bearish, and it could bring us down. So again, this is still developing. There's no reason why this couldn't rise still, but it's something that is still happening, and we have to mention it, right? Now let me play this new track here over here. There we go. Now I'm gonna go to the 1 hour chart. What's happening on the 1 hour? Same stuff that's happening with the rest of the market, man. Change this to white. Change this to white. And what's happening here? Let's see. So we had divergence, hidden bullish, and we really pumped from there, which is good. Now on the shorter term, or slightly shorter term, right? So high, higher high. Right now we're flagging, right? Impulse up, consolidation is starting to happen. Nothing to worry about, because this positive momentum island is just starting to develop. So, but we're still tracking what's happening. Like I said, when you look back and you see what already happened. Hey Benny, how's it going, man? Thank you for being here, man. I really appreciate it. I'm actually following what you said last time, and I'm actually having a vodka. I don't think I'm gonna get drunk off one vodka, but at least it's a little bit more fun, let's say. So starting to flag, right? But we also have to notice that we are making these divergences, and if we pump, that's why we keep on tracking stuff, right? See where we start to negate it. Yeah, man, sorry I couldn't be here yesterday. Like I said, I was having internet problems. My neighbor's dog bit the internet cable, and that's why we didn't have internet today. But at least the internet company came out and fixed it, so it's really good. And yeah, dude, I'm here. I'll be here as long as I can. I even bought something. I'll show you guys. I just gotta remember where I placed it. It's over here. Last time I traveled, I had so much trouble with my headset, and I couldn't get clear audio. And I went out and bought this, man. This is really, really nice, man. This is like a very, very small mic. It fits on top of the laptop, right? When I'm traveling, you can see it there, man. It has really good audio quality. I already tested it once prior on just a recording against this mic, and it sounds much better than this mic. Now, when I travel, now I can take my small lights with me. Camera, I guess for traveling, I'll either show my face or not. I just have one screen to work with, so I rather not, because it just makes things a little bit more hectic when I'm running OBS and I have to switch stuff. So I guess I'll just probably project what I'm doing. I still have to figure it out, though. But again, I can take my lights with me, which are very portable. I also have a webcam that is very portable as well. So now when I travel, I can really do a full-on stream, which is key. Now, like I said, we're starting to flag, and something that we should watch out for. We could still downsloping consolidation, impulse up again, and really keep on moving up here. Just watch out for that. Sitting neutral, bought on the RSI, 69.43. That's it for the Litecoin. And like I was saying, we keep on tracking to make sure where we kind of see that it's going to go down, and then we just get out of that position, right? Anyways, let's go to the Binance. What's happening with Binance? On a daily, yesterday gained a little bit of dominance, 0.52%. Right now, moving down, 0.21%. Sitting at $18.43. What happened? Same stuff that happened with the rest of the market, right? Still have that strong bearish divergence. Potential price action to the downside. Alrighty. Now, sitting bought on the other side, 63.89. Price off, shifted Binance. There we go. You're still all in Solar. I'll look at Solar once I finish Binance, brother. Don't worry about that. Let's go to the 4 hours. So, same stuff that's happening with the rest of the market, right? Going to a higher high. And again, that movement to the downside that I told you, I didn't tell you the market was going to crash. I just called a move to the downside. So, and what happened? We did move to the downside, right? To the downside all the way over here and held a 20 MA and bounced from it. But guess what happened, man? We're going higher and we're going lower. Same stuff happening here on the RSI, right? Creating that strong bearish divergence. We did move out, down, held a 20 MA. We're trying to rally. And the stuff that could happen is we could still go slightly higher. Why? Well, because we created low, higher low, negative momentum, more negative momentum. I think even here on the RSI, 51, 50. So yes, we do even on the RSI. So low on the RSI, lower on the RSI. So we do have this hidden bullish divergence. Probably part of the reason that we're having this rally. Now, Binance is looking a little bit better than the rest because Binance does have the chance to really rally, go slightly higher, create divergence again before actually crashing down strongly. But again, it's going to follow the market because that's what everyone else is doing. Now, I'm not sure if I left this. Yes, I left it in the 4 hours. Awesome. So let's go to the 1 hour. In the 1 hour, we have the same stuff that we're seeing across the board, right? Hidden bullish and everyone bouncing from that. Now, that's it for this, man. So low, higher low, negative momentum, more negative momentum, low on the RSI, 36, and then higher on the RSI. So we don't have on the RSI. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 57.31. Are we doing something else up here? Yeah, we kind of did here. And part of the reason that we broke down, and it's clearer here than in a lot of the other coins that we looked at. There we go. It's the 1 hour. Yeah, great. And here we had divergence, right? Also on the RSI, so going slightly lower. So high, higher high, right? Positive momentum, less positive momentum. So again, not really what we want to see. Now we're going higher than our, not really going higher than our previous high, but it pumped to the upside will really get us higher, and then we can go from there. Let's see, Benny, I have Shield INS with 3 Twitter accounts. It's crazy because it could drop 50% or pump 150% due to the swap terms. To NXS, huge gamble, and Solar is high risk, high reward. Mainnet February 3rd, praying. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I haven't followed that project very much. I know you're into it, bro, but I will do the analysis for it. And we'll check it out there and see what we got going on, right? Let me look at Solar real quick. I know we looked at it. I looked at it in one stream when you weren't here, just in case you catch the replay. But then again, usually when you're here is when I look at Solar. Last time I looked at Solar was probably January 25th, maybe? I'm not sure. So what's happening here, man? See, I talked about this on that stream. We're moving sideways, right? We're facing this resistance at 1754 right here, and we haven't really been able to get above it. Even yesterday, we kind of touched it and broke down below. But again, we're having that positive movement to the upside again, and that's good because we were going lower here. So I'll take. Is this from daily? Yes, it's from daily because apparently I have something else for another time frame. This one. from the 4 hours. See, I wasn't wrong. All right, cool. So we had this on the daily, right? You're going lower, right? And then you're going lower still. So creating that strong bullish divergence and really starting to do that U-turn, but it doesn't seem that you have a lot of strength following this. Now, this is probably from the 4 hours as well. I have it on the daily. It's awkward. So that's it for this on the daily. Sitting neutral on the RSI at 41.39. And if you guys remember, I talk about how you reset the oscillators, right? And we usually reset them the quick way, which is by bouncing or dropping. But this is a really good example of how we reset it on the long term, right? It has taken so many days for this to go on. It has been within this channel, right? This yellow line here and this white line here since January 18th. And look at this. We've just been moving slightly down and even higher, but look how the oscillator has responded, right? We're staying neutral now. So again, really that's happening, and that's how you reset it. If we just kept on moving sideways here, this will become the new normal, and this would go slowly up to 50. You did a dump thing. You only got into it after you dumped 35. You bought the dip without research. Okay. I'm not sure how good that is, man. I mean, I'm not even sure what the project does, so... All I'm doing is pointing out what I'm seeing right now. So on the 4 hours... This should be from another time frame. It is from the 4 hours. That's weird. Why do I have this here, man? It makes no freaking sense where it's at. Alright, let's look at this. What is this? 268? 234? 246. Okay. Alright, cool. So we did manage to go slightly lower. And go in a little bit as well. By creating a strong bullish divergence and then really bouncing from there. Why do I have this here, man? Oh, okay, cool. So I was pointing out a triangle. That's what it was. That's why that line was there and it made no sense. We're tightening within this range and then we ended up breaking to the upside. Okay, cool. I got it now. I remember why I had that line from like here to here, I guess. Yeah, we didn't keep on tracking because I haven't looked at this in a while. I can get rid of this top line. We had that divergence pumping to the upside. Again, higher. Not quite. Alright, not quite. The last positive momentum island we have is here. Right? And that's the high. So we're still going lower. And here, I'm trying to judge where we're at. So this is 167.950. So it's still lower. On the RSI, we're going higher. So I shouldn't have deleted that. I should just go with the RSI. Right, so you're going high, lower high, positive momentum. Sorry, high on the RSI, higher on the RSI. Creating that bearish, hidden bearish divergence that could potentially give us price continuation to the downside. Solar is negotiating with crypto exchanges on the terms of the coin swap, and investors are hesitant. I'm just watching at the moment. All right. Just remember this is a space where a lot of the information gets leaked. So make sure that if you're gonna do something, you try to do it prior to the announcement. Either all right, this is not advice, but what you could do prior to the actual announcement or the date when they're gonna announce what they're gonna do, you would come in, you'll take a position on in Solar, and then you would set up a really tight stop loss, right? If the news come back negative, you're not gonna lose that much, but if they go positive, you have the upside to look forward to, right? That's usually how you would play that. Now let's go to the 1 hour chart. All right, let's see this. High, higher, so yeah, it's fine. Then higher still, and that's fine. Then lower, and that's fine, man. So same stuff with the RSI. Really, nothing on the 1 hour I can chart, unfortunately. Let's look at this. We might have something here that's bullish, apparently. So low, higher, low. Right, we're looking at that. And then what is this? 101 10993 10118. Okay, so we're definitely going more negative momentum. You know, we're going higher, creating that strong hidden bullish divergence, potential price continuation, and we're getting that bounce from that, right? And also on there, so we don't have it. All right, cool. That's it for in Solar. Actually, I don't find anything else I'm looking at. You kind of missed it, man. A couple days ago, we had a heckler or a troll or someone that came in here and like really was being freaking rude, man. And then in the end, he ended up giving me a thumbs down and like crying like, yeah, crying like a little girl, and then he just left. But yeah, he was calling me rude and uneducated when like he couldn't even type properly. That was just funny, man. Some dude named Rabinowitz, and that's it, man. That's all I can tell you. That's the only thing I remember. He had that last name, and it's just one of those last names that really you can like just remember it. Anyways, if you guys like what we do, hit that like, that sub, that bell so you're notified when we go live. Yeah, bro, it was really funny. Anonymous was here, and Soko was here, and Anonymous was just like, man, yeah, he was cool, man. He was cool. It was like 2 or 3 days ago. No, 3 or 4 days ago, man. You can just scroll through the chat, and if you just find someone that says Rabinowitz, then that's the one you're looking for. And you can look at it, man. It's really funny. He was asking me if I served tacos, and if I mowed lawn, and if I bagged groceries or something. I can't even remember what the stupidest stuff he was like requesting, man. Anyways, yeah, really rude person. But yeah, if you have a chance, go look at that stream, man. Might have been a teen, maybe, dude. I think it was just a troll. To be honest, I should have taken the higher ground and just like not replied, and probably just kicked him or banned him. But to me, it was just like, really, man, really, and so I just really jumped on that, and yeah, he was just weak, man. He just left out of weakness, and yeah, he hasn't stopped by since. Yeah, man. I can't remember exactly when it was. I'll have to look at it. It was probably like 3 or 4 days ago. I'll look for it, man. I'll look for it and I'll send you that on Twitter, man, for sure. But that's it, man. If you guys want me to look at something else, let me know. Otherwise, that's going to be a stream for tonight. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what time the stream is going to be. I have kids, and they're going to school now, and I'm starting to get all these commitments, or these parent commitments, where I get, hey, Anonymous, how's it going, man? I was just telling Benny of that time this weird Rabinowitz guy came in and started like talking smack on the channel, because he hasn't seen it, and I told him it was a really funny episode. He should go back and look at it. And speak of the devil, right? It seems like I just summoned you, man. I was telling Benny, like, Anonymous was here and Soko was here, and all of a sudden you show up, man. I was just about to sign off. Like I said, tomorrow I'm not sure what time the stream is going to be at. It's probably going to be, yeah, it was like 4 days ago or like something like that. Tomorrow I'm not sure what the time the stream is going to be at, right? I have kids. So it's one of those things that I started to get commitments now that, you know, happen during the week and or the weekend. Where either another kid has a birthday party or my kid has a play date, and we're just going to go out and hang out with the parents of the kid as well. And tomorrow's one of those days. So I'm not sure what time the stream is going to be at. Maybe later. For some reason, the comments are not popping up on the chat as we're talking. But Benny did type something. Benny's comment didn't show up on top chat for some reason, but he did type, racism is a sign of ignorance and lack of education, hate, and low IQ. Wow. And yes, I do agree. But then you're a lot of racial comments. Yes, that is true. Benny, for some reason, your comment didn't show up here, but I just read it out. And how do I know? Well, I'll show you guys. I have this pop-out chat here, and you can... Oh, man, this is the one that's not showing. Okay, cool. Why did your comment got deleted? Man, I saw it a couple seconds ago, and then your comment got deleted for some reason. Maybe it's pending approval now. That's weird. Okay, so, no, when I pop it out, it doesn't show. But here it does show, right? And you'll see it, guys. It says here, like, so, yeah, I remember that, and then it's Benny, right? Racism is a sign of ignorance, and lack of education, hate, and low IQ. Wow. And Nemo's coming in with a lot of racial comments. For some reason, Benny's comment didn't show up on the actual chat side of the screen, which is awkward. But again, I do see some of your comments, guys, and even if they don't show up, sometimes I get a look at them. Yay, Spotty, man. Anyways, Anonymous, if you want me to look at something, it's a time, bro, because I'll just finish looking at the solar. I will already looked at the market. I can go back and look at Bitcoin real quick while you come up for with something that I can look at. But like I was saying, tomorrow's one of the days when my kid has a play date, and I really don't have much choice, so I have to go. And it's I mean, at least knowing the kids of my knowing the parents of my kids' friends, at least it's broadening up my friends circle a little bit. And some of them are pretty cool. So I'm happy that tomorrow we do have one of those things going on. I'm not sure what time I'm going to be done, so I'm not sure what time the stream is going to be at. It might be just really, really late, in which case I'll just come out like whenever I get home and jump online, which might be really late for some of you guys. Otherwise, I'll catch you on Sunday, I guess. And then no, Sunday's the Super Bowl. Fudge. Okay, it'll probably be a very awkward stream on Sunday because I might be hangover, or no, not hangover, drunk. Because Monday's a holiday in Mexico. So it's just one of those amazing things that usually Super Bowl weekend happens to land on a Sunday, and then usually the Monday after it's holiday in Mexico. So it's really, really cool because then you can really go out and drink and have fun and enjoy the Super Bowl parties, and you don't have to work the next day, which is really, really cool. Top gainer, BIMI. I'll look at that one. Okay, if it's medical, it's probably on coronavirus. There's two of them. I guess it's the top one because the bottom one apparently it's on the OTC. Sunday's the Super Bowl. Yes. After Patriots were eliminated, you lost interest. You're a Patriots fan, dude. You and Soka are like both Patriot fans, and I'm glad that they got eliminated because unfortunately, Benny, I am a Colts fan, and yeah, the Colts also didn't do that well, but yeah, I think the Super Bowl is gonna be really good, man. 49ers and Chiefs, and they're gonna be really, really cool. Yeah, it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a tight game, man. A tight game. Chiefs might have the upper hand. I think at least in the betting houses, the Chiefs are a little bit above the 49ers, so I'm not sure. Still yet to be defined. Anyways, let's look at this, man. BIMI. Beamy. Buy me, or buy my, or whatever this is short for. Let's see. What's going on? All right, we're going higher. This probably pumped. When did this pump? I'm looking at the 1 hour. Okay, so I'm gonna go on the daily. Something that I gotta look at, and I forgot to look at when I was looking at Bitcoin, is the monthly because we just closed the month. You're a Trump Brady fan, hero of the Coles in the playoffs with Snow. Yeah. Yeah, look, Brady, I'm not sure if he's going to retire. There were, like, rumors of him retiring. There were rumors about him going to, like, the Las Vegas Raiders. So I'm not sure what he's going to do, man. So if you're a Brady fan, if he changes team, you're probably going to change team as well, right? So you're not meaning that you're so much into the Patriots because you're more a fan of what he does and everything else. Man, man, it really did really good. 27th. I just want to confirm something. 27th. All right, so the 27th, it's here, right? It's that same day that all these other stocks gapped up, right? The 24th and then the 27th gapped up. Let me look at like even CBLI, right? Remember we talked about this? You pulling back. In the last 2 days, it really has even gone higher than the previous high with more positive momentum. So that's good, man. You don't have divergence. Except against, sorry, man. I'll go back to the one you requested. I was looking at Cleveland Biolabs real quick. So all this stuff that's going up is probably because of the coronavirus, at least in the pharma. So I was looking at this. I wanted to confirm that this date was also the date that other stocks were pumping. You were rooting for the Patriots since 1996. All right, cool. So you're a Patriots fan, but you just like the fact that Brady probably plays there, I guess. But dude, you're like in New York, you don't even root for the home teams? Like, who do you go for in baseball, man? Man, he had very nice games, man. Small gapage on the opening and then really running, man. Trying to see, dude, no. Let's see. No divergence, man. Sorry about that. Hiccups. Well, we just had divergence here. It was strong bullish, right? And probably part of the reason that we started pumping. To here, sorry. Gap down and run. That's good. And we would also have here on the RSI. Other than that, this, I'm going to attribute it to the coronavirus. So even here, look, I'll open an article that I found. Boki, right? Which is this one. Boki International Medical. Announces actions against novel coronavirus. And that's why it's pumping, man. Drew Bledsoe, yeah, I remember that. I remember him. Yeah, he was good, man. Yeah, Drew Bledsoe. Yeah. Anyways, what's happening, man? Oh yeah, this is pumping on news, on coronavirus news, right? I told you, anything that's pharma, it's probably pumping on coronavirus news. Uh, let's look at NAV. NAV is starting a national corp. I'm not sure if we looked at that one. I'm just making sure I don't have it open because otherwise it doesn't show up. NAV. NAV for sometimes, you know, when I read NAV, it reminded me of like Navi from Link. No, from what is it? So yeah, we had looked at it. All right, cool. So it was one of the ones we looked at. One. All right. No, what is it? This one? Nav. Nav is starting international. Sorry, I opened another one. And there we go. Nav. When I was looking at it, it reminded me of. Okay, cool. I couldn't find it. It's all the way up here. So all the way from $23 all the way to 36. I'll look at that in a second. Nav. It reminds me of like Link, Zelda, Legend of Zelda, right? When you play the N64 version, and then they had like that little like Navi thing, that like little fairy that popped around, and it was like, "Hey, listen." You know, that's what NAV reminds me. Anyways, coronavirus is high infection rate. However, medical care, low fatality rate, less than 1%. Yeah, high infectious rate, apparently low fatality rate. But remember, what was it? SARS. It had a lot of infections, but from like November to July, it had like 7,000 infections. Let's just say 7,000, right? I can't remember the exact number. But it had like a higher fatality rate. But this one, right, coronavirus, has spread faster in less time, right? So high contagion rate, right? I agree with you that it's highly infectious. But fatality rate, it's still not there because people are getting infected so quickly. And it's still yet to be determined how many people actually die from this. So remember, SARS took a long time to get that infection rate, but it had more fatalities along that time. This one has had less time, but it's already infected more people than SARS. But also less people have died because there's so many infected yet that they have not all died off. And as bad as that sounds, the statistic right now, it would seem that it's less. It has a less fatality rate. But that could increase really quickly, man. And that's one of the factors that you got to look at when you compare it to something else. And yeah, hey, listen. Yeah, it reminds me of that, man. And it was so annoying having like Nav all the time, saying like, hey, listen. You know, it was like freaking, hey, man. Anyways, all right, cool. So this is into something different. So I really want to see what is going on. I'm not sure if they have a low immune system to coronavirus, but at least all the governments are doing whatever they can to keep it contained to China. Even China is keeping it contained to mainland China. Let me see if I can open this on the site. Why do you want to open CNN in Spanish? Fuck that. All right, cool. Let me see if I can open here and show you what I was talking about. Right. I don't think we have any infections yet. So this is from CNN, and I was looking at this the other day, and look, at least 258 people are dead, and more than 10,000 cases have been confirmed in mainland China. This was from 2 hours ago. It said there could be more than 75,000 cases of coronavirus in China, researchers say. Of course, that could be hyped, and it could be off. But look at this. Wuhan coronavirus, 9,858. This was at 4 hours ago, so we're running out of 10,000 now, and 213. Right? So, and look at the cases, man. Mexico's not on this list, though. So you have mainland China, Hong Kong, Macau, Australia, Cambodia, Canada, Finland, France, Germany with 5 cases, and France with 6 cases, right? Australia with 9. India, Italy, Japan with 17. Now, they've grown a lot since I last looked at it. Malaysia with 7, Nepal, Singapore with 13, South Korea with 11, Sri Lanka, Sweden with 1, Taiwan with 9, Thailand with 19, United Arab Emirates with 4, United Kingdom with 2, US with 6, and Vietnam with 5. Now, you can see how it's been spreading within mainland China here. Right, circles determine how many people. Obviously, Hubei, where it's where it has started, right? The province where it started is the one with most cases. Within this timeline, and I was looking at this yesterday, and I want to show you what you were talking about. Just give me 1 second. I'll actually move it up to the side so you don't see me scrolling through. And sorry, Anonymous. We'll look at this in a second. There are some news that are popping up on the side though, because this company that you found is really not a something to do with biotech. So I'll look at that in a second. I just want to look for the stats that I had regarding the coronavirus and its spread and compared to SARS, because that's the one I was looking at. Hell, man, this is taking forever, man. What day am I even looking at right now? Okay, so I'm already at January the 30th at 9 p.m. So I shouldn't be really too far from when I was looking. It's really not loading anymore. What the fudge, man? Okay, so I probably just run through that page. So January 30th, there we go. Let's see. Okay, cool. Here it is. Found it. So how this outbreak compares to SARS, right? How is Mexico preparing? What do people say? Shit, man. I'm not sure. I got an email today from the company, like saying like emergency preparation for coronavirus, and they just tell you like to wash your hands and like, whatever. I haven't even looked at the communication because we don't have any cases confirmed in Mexico. But anyways, how this outbreak compares to SARS. This was from yesterday at 5 p.m. And it says, okay, so Wuhan coronavirus, 8,254 with 171 deaths. Now, yes, I do agree right now. But look at this. It started on December the 8th and it's gone to January the 30th. And it already has 8,258 with 171 deaths. We know today there's more cases and more deaths. Sadly, it's a shame. Death rate is 2.07% from getting it. So it's very low right now. But look at SARS. SARS went from November 2002 till July 2003. So we're talking about 8 months. This has only been 2 months. And look at the contagion rate. Look at this, man. Confirmed cases, 8,098. With 774 deaths, so 9%, so almost 10%, right? Like 1 in 9 that would die. This has gone so quickly that all the deaths have still yet to be confirmed. So this toll could still go higher, man. So I do get what you're saying, high contagion rate, low death rate as well. But that could change really quickly, man. Anyways, that's it for this coronavirus. I just wanted to point that out real quick. I shared the coronavirus infection rate? Is there a website that gives that details? No, but you can look at CNN /coronavirus, or you just look CNN coronavirus, and you'll get the coverage per day. And that chart that I just showed you is from day 2. Sorry, not from day 2. From January the 30th. They didn't have it the day out, but you can look at that there. Anyways, what's happening with Navistar International? Navi. Hey, listen, guys. We're going to look at Navi. We did have a huge gap to the upside, man. I'm still trying to figure out why. All right, cool. Volkswagen wants to buy them out, or part of them, right? So Volkswagen Pilot,
Volkswagen trying to
Volkswagen Pilot US pushes with Traton's 2.9 billion Navistar bid. So they're probably buying a part of that, and probably part of the reason that it pumped. Volkswagen AG offered to buy the rest of Navistar International Corp. So they probably already had a deal where they bought some part of Navistar. In a 2.9 billion bid, secured a bridge hedge in the U.S. Heavy truck market and step it up to step it, it's tongue twisted and step up its challenge to Daimler AG and Volvo. So yeah, the expansion was somewhat offset by Volkswagen's first major divestment since the German automaker skidded into the diesel emission scandal in 2015. An agreement to sell industrial machinery unit rank AG valued at 760 million euros indicates Volkswagen is more inclined to bulk up that slim down, even amid the costly shift to electric cars. So yeah, they're being bought out, right? They're being someone else is buying more part of that, and that's part of the reason that we have this gap here. You message me the chart on Twitter. All right, cool. Yeah, let me check it out, man. The Twitter. All right, cool. Messages, massages. All right, so there's a chart from somewhere. I'm not sure even who this is. Gis and data map rcgs.com. All right, so if you remember, we looked at something similar to this on CNN website. They probably got it from here. So even on January 19, right? CNN said December the 8th. So if we even consider this as a time frame, it could probably even be worse, right? So 10,000 cases, a little bit above right now, 11.2. That's what they're stating at Berkeley University. Okay. So 11,300, right? Confirmed. 11,200 in mainland China and the rest of the world. But Mexico is not on this list. So really not much, man. The ones that have been in the U.S. have been very sporadic. One in Arizona, one in California, Illinois, maybe a couple Washington as well. Man, see, Mexico City and Monterrey, zero, man. So it's nothing here. Even South America seems to be pretty clear, right? Africa seems to be pretty clear. So yeah, man. I guess like even India, man, just has like maybe a few cases. Only one case in India, man. You know. Um. So I guess it's probably like this virus is ignoring like third world countries. You know. Uh. Yeah. There we go. Awesome. So that's what we're looking at, right? For the coronavirus. I don't have a corona with me, but yeah. But yeah, Anonymous, thank you for bringing out this Navi Star. But it pumped on news of them getting bought, right? Yeah, man, that's awesome, man. Let's see what else. Oh, great, someone liked their comments, so I guess that's fine. Two people actually, four people, awesome, man. You guys that liked our comments on Twitter are amazing, man. Thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. And the retweets are also amazing. Thank you guys for helping bring awareness to this channel. It's so humbling to see that support for reals. So cool, man. Thank you guys. Can I max the chart by clicking in the corner? Yes, I can max the chart. Let me put it back in. Is it this corner you want me to click? This one? No, that's not it. This corner. Maybe this corner? There we go. That's the corner you want it, right? I guess. Let me just make sure this fits the screen to the way I have it, everything set up, so we can look at it. There you go. Coronavirus, man. Chart is max. What do you mean to look at, man? Just let me know. The map of the world. The world. It was the greatest beer in the whole world. You know, that line from Beer Fest. Now the chart of the infection rate. Okay, cool. Oh, no, this one. All right, cool. Let me see how I get rid of this chart I just maxed. There we go. Infections. There we go. This one? Obviously, you can tell it's exponential, man. But seems from yesterday to today, the growth wasn't as pronounced as the previous day, right? So you seem to be hitting a slow down of sorts. I cannot trace here, but what it would seem, as you can tell here, right? You're going higher, right? You could be one of these, right, where you kind of slow down for a day and then really picked it up again. It seems that we're getting a slow down here, right, on the rate. You can look at that by the steepness of the line, right? So a little bit less steep, and we might start to like round off, which would be amazing news. Another location seems to be pretty neutral right now, still, right? So everyone like slightly growing, right, but not at the same rate that China has, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I guess that's it for coronavirus, man. Too bad you cannot do technicals on this. Where the hell is that, man? All I found here is like death rate, total deaths. That's what I'm finding, and most of the deaths happen in mainland China. Bottom part as well. So this same chart I had, and you want me to click something different? So I'll open this one again, and then I'm not even sure where I can. It's not letting me even scroll, man. Middle of this chart that I'm in. Bottom middle. All right. Let's see. All right. Cool. Let me zoom out from here. Bottom middle. All right. This one, I guess. The symbol. That symbol. It just says mainland China and others. Almost had it. All right. All right. This I just took out China, and this is just other locations and how it has grown. But it's really not showing death rate. I'm not sure if this is a chart. I'm still looking. I can't scroll down here. Let me make sure there's nothing else in the bottom. Nope, nothing else. It's just adjusted as it is. This over here doesn't say anything else, right? The yellow is death. I had it. No, it's not, man. Yellow is other locations. This yellow that we see here, it says other locations, 153 cases. That yellow is this line that comes here. And how do I know? Because if I click the yellow, that line disappears. Right? See, it goes there and it disappears. So when I do the same here, it will clear this line and it'll just show me this as it really is. I have to click the earth, then map alters. All right. So not this one. Nope. This one. Nope. Bookmark. Nope. Click the earth. There we go. I'm clicking on the earth. Nothing's happening. Yeah, dude. Nothing's happening when I click on the earth. Click the water. I'm clicking the water, man. Nope, it's not letting me alter the chart. Go to the chart. It gave me two options on this chart. The bottom one, again. I'm not seeing the two options, man. Mainland China, another location. That's the only options I get. Yeah. Not sure, man. Total confirmed. All right. Well, you can tell me afterwards, and I'll look at it tomorrow, man. I can see the total deaths here. For some reason, I cannot see the death rate. I'm clicking on the map, and all it does is zoom me in. If I go here, it doesn't give me that information. Here, I don't get it. So, yeah, you know. Anyways, even up here, mobile version or something else. Really not. I guess not what I'm looking for. Anyways, yeah, it's gonna be it for tonight, guys. I guess we're gonna call it a stream. Thank you guys for watching. Again, if you like what we do, like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you're notified when we go live. And if you want to keep on chatting with us once the stream is done, you can join us on the Discord. You guys, thank you for watching again on a Friday night. Thank you for being here with us. I really appreciate it. It means a lot to me that you guys come in and chill with me on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Usually slow days for the market, and usually on the weekends as well. Anytime you guys come in, it's really great for me. So, guys, it has been a pleasure being here with you guys tonight on an awesome Friday night. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Tomorrow, I'm not sure what time I'm going to be live, so I'll let you know later on. But thank you for coming in. Guys, this is State of Crypto. I'm your host, Martin. Talk about crypto to your friends, to your family, to your coworkers. Let them know that we're here. I'll catch you tomorrow for another edition of the State of Crypto. For some reason, I don't even have music playing, and I'm not even sure what time I pause the music. But there we go. Our sign-off song, I Am Everywhere, by the Techno Axe. And hopefully it will play. Hopefully. And, yeah, that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys. Again, I'll catch you tomorrow. Good night. Thank you for being here, Benny. Thank you for being here, Anonymous. Yeah.